A hush, then murmurs. That's how a powerhouse football club can suddenly feel fragile, and that's exactly the mood surrounding Real Madrid right now. Reports from inside the club say Xabi Alonso has reached a point of frustration and urgency after private conversations and motivational efforts failed to restore a key player's form. The coach reportedly made a stark decision to escalate. He asked his captain Dani Carvajal to step in and have a direct talk with Vinícius Jr. This isn't a routine pep talk. It's been described inside the dressing room as a last-ditch, leader-to-leader intervention aimed at pulling one of the team's brightest talents back from a worrying dip. At stake isn't just minutes on the pitch, it's momentum, dressing room harmony, and the psychological heart of a squad that relies on its talisman at decisive moments. Vinícius has always been a double-edged sword. Explosive, unpredictable, game-changing when he's right, and visibly vulnerable when things slide. Lately, that electric spark has faded in matches, his end product has been questioned, and small frustrations have cropped up into visible signs of disconnect. Teammates and staff who normally celebrate his individuality are starting to show patience wearing thin. The very traits that make him a superstar also make him someone who needs emotional steadiness to function at the elite level. In high-pressure environments like Madrid, form is seldom just tactical, it's psychological. Coaches can tweak positions and run drills, but when a player's confidence unravels, it often takes trusted voices from inside the group, not external lectures, to rebuild it. That's why Xabi Alonso reportedly turned to Dani Carvajal. Carvajal has long been the embodiment of professionalism at the club, committed, level-headed, and respected by peers across the dressing room. He's not just a senior defender opening his mouth, he's the bridge between management and players, someone whose words carry weight because they're backed by years of shared training, victories, and mutual respect. The strategy, if the reports are accurate, is simple but delicate. Have a trusted captain lay out the stakes plainly, remind Vinícius what his role means for the team, and help him refocus on the fundamentals that made him indispensable. It's the kind of inside leadership that can reset a fragile situation without escalating tensions. But interventions are tricky. Deliver them too bluntly and you risk bruising pride. Soften them too much and the message won't land. What the dressing room reportedly wants is a return of the player who lifts others by example, not another narrative about potential unfulfilled. The schedule offers little mercy, matches keep coming, and an immediate response is ideal. A short-term spark could calm the rumours and restore confidence. A hesitant or defensive reaction could deepen doubts and force the coach into harder decisions. Everyone knows what's at stake. Not only points on the table, but the collective mood that fuels consistency in big games. There's also a larger question here about leadership models in elite teams. Coaches can design systems and outline expectations, but captains are often the ones who translate that into daily reality. If Carvajal's conversation works, it'll be a textbook example of internal leadership restoring balance. If it doesn't, the club may have to choose between reshaping tactics to compensate or making changes that affect both personnel and morale. Either way, this moment offers a revealing snapshot of how Real Madrid handles internal crises, whether they default to containment, confrontation, or compassionate correction. For Vinícius himself, the immediate pathway is clear. Rebuild confidence through small successes and reconnect with teammates on and off the ball. For the coach and squad, the task is to provide structure and support without smothering the very creativity they rely on. And for fans, it's a tense waiting game, hopeful that a private conversation can flip a narrative before it spirals publicly. The truth is that elite sport rarely hinges on a single exchange, but it sometimes does hinge on a single person deciding to lead truthfully and firmly when it matters most. Tonight, the story isn't finished. What we've been told, private talks, an escalation to the captain, and a dressing room on edge, sets the scene for a few critical weeks. Will Carvajal's words be the spark that brings back the Vinícius who terrorized defenses, or will this mark the beginning of a longer, thornier re-evaluation at Real Madrid? Either outcome will tell us a lot about this team's resilience, its leadership, and the fragile alchemy that turns individual brilliance into collective success.